Hi, I'm Ben. Sorry if the light's too bright. It's a sunny evening. But anyways, hi, I'm Ben, and this is a review I wanted to do for a long time. The 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, since I have an editing stuff, I can actually edit a video that I wanted to do for years. Ever since I wanted to make YouTube videos, I always wanted to do a video similar to how other YouTubers like Nostalgia Critic always do when they show clips from the movie and do a full review on the movie. Well, I'm gonna do a review on the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie in honor of the new animated movie coming out. I'm really excited for the animated movie, so let's look over the one that came out 30 years ago, the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie. Okay, so now, to be honest, I do enjoy that movie ironically. Like, I kind of like it as a movie. Like, there's a lot of people who like it as a movie, but we're going to review it as much of an adaptation it was and how it changed a lot of things that have nothing to do with the game. But we're going to point out its flaws and the stuff as a movie. So let's get ready. Okay, so the movie starts with the Mario theme, but with pixely graphics, which is pretty neat. But here's the thing: the pixely graphics are not like the Mario graphics. It doesn't even show like Mario, because when I think of like Mario pixely graphics, in a Mario movie that begins with the Mario theme, it just does like dinosaurs. Like, it just shows dinosaurs. But like, I picture like something similar to pixely Mario intros showing the credits, like something similar to the Sonic credits, where it pay tributes to the Sonic games, like something like that, but in Mario form in the intro. But no, it shows pixely graphics of a Triceratops, a Brontosaurus, and a skunk in some sort of Looney Tunes, and it's like, life is good. And for some reason, is it just me, or does it kind of remind you of those Hotel Mario skits that you see in the intro of the Hotel Mario game?
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Yeah, but in comparison, that was actually a more faithful adaptation than what we're in store for here. And for some reason, it's narrated by Dan Castellaneta.
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. They were big, so not a lot of people went around hassling them.
Yeah, Dan Castellaneta, the guy who voices Homer Simpson. So anyways, it shows that the dinosaurs came from a meteorite crashed into the Earth, and the meteorite created a parallel dimension where the dinosaurs evolved into intelligent beings, which never happened in the game. And then it shows the Super Mario Brothers title, but would you ever guess this was a Mario movie if you based it on this intro? Without seeing the Mario theme intro, would you ever guess that this was a Mario movie? So anyways, it then cuts to a lady going to a church place, what I'm guessing is an orphanage, and she gives up her egg. And it's not like a Yoshi egg from the games, no. It's an egg with a person inside of it. Yeah, that never happened in the game, but be prepared. But then when you look at the credits, you notice that the composer who does the music for this is named Alan Silvestri. Now, for those of you who don't know who Alan Silvestri is, he did music for this, 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 And this. Yeah, chances are he did every music you remember from every iconic movie. So he's doing a Super Mario Brothers theme. That's cool. So what kind of music is he doing? He's doing this. And this. Okay, they sound nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good themes from Alan Silvestri, but they're not what I picture for Mario. That's the only, because in the intro they do a Mario theme, but that's literally the only theme we're gonna get. Like, wouldn't you want to picture cinematic music from the video game, like in an orchestra? But that's really it, just the theme from the game, and this is just what we got. I mean, they're nice music, it's just, wouldn't you rather have like cinematic versions of the games? Like, the game music? Well, anyways, after that, we discovered is being followed by a dude, and who is this guy?
Where's the rock?
Koopa!
Yes, that's King Koopa. For those of you that haven't watched the Super Mario cartoons, that's supposed to be Bowser. Back in the day, he was called King Koopa at a time in other media, but he's known as Bowser in the games later on. But that's supposed to be Bowser. Yeah, he's a human dude. I remember watching the trailers and I thought he was going to be like an evil government agent working alongside with Bowser, but no, that's Bowser. Named King Koopa, but like, that's supposed to be Bowser? He's a literal human dude. Imagine seeing a picture. Would you ever guess this was Bowser? I think the King Koopa from King Koopa's Cool cartoons would actually make a more authentic Bowser.
The pain to play the game, and now she's bored of Lupa. My show now!
Yeah, bet you didn't know that exists. So anyways, we're introduced to the Mario Brothers, and yeah, they don't look like their video game counterparts. Like, they don't even act like them. Like Luigi. Luigi doesn't even have his mustache. Like, where's his iconic mustache? He had a mustache in his first appearance in the games. He had a mustache in the Super Mario NES games. He even has a mustache in every other version. But why doesn't he have a mustache there? Also, have you noticed they're wearing normal clothes and not their iconic overalls with red and green shirts? But here you see Luigi wearing a red jacket and Mario wearing a green jacket. That's weird that they switched the color scheme here. I mean, they do later on get wear their iconic outfits, but we'll get to that later. But for some reason, not here. It's weird. But anyways, you can tell that Luigi is played by a nice Latino actor who's John Leguizamo. But they doing a good job performing this, but he doesn't. Because it's revealed that they're not even brothers. Like, I don't think Luigi is biologically Mario's brother, because here because later he mentions that Mario brought him up.
Because Mario here brought me up. He's been my mother my whole life. Hey. Alright, my father. My father. He's been my father, my uncle, my brother, everybody.
So is he adopted? Like, in the video games, it's revealed that Mario and Luigi are twin brothers. So this doesn't make any sense. It's pretty bad when In the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, they had live-action sequences with the Mario Brothers, and even that looked more faithful to the video games. It's bad enough that a deep stage show skit at on a kid show is actually more faithful to the video games than this live-action movie. But so anyways, the Mario Brothers get ready for work.
How could that possibly happen?
Anything's possible, Mario. You just gotta believe.
I do believe. I believe the rent is 3 months overdue. That's what I believe.
Did you really have to bring us all the way down here to finish that sentence?
Yeah, why he said that later when they stepped in the truck, like Luigi was still talking to him, but then he finished that sentence in the truck. Like, I'm surprised Luigi didn't respond with this.
I'm just happy you're talking again. You didn't say a word for 45 minutes.
So anyways, we're introduced to Daisy, who's an archaeologist, and yeah, that's supposed to be Princess Daisy, even though the actress playing her looks a lot like Princess Peach. But here, her name is Daisy. The girl, at the time, she only appeared in the video game Super Mario Land, which is weird. So in the video games, Princess Daisy is the princess of Sarasalan, and she's described as a tomboyish girl who only appeared in Super Mario Land, but has been a love interest for Luigi, but mostly appeared in like the Mario Kart or tennis games, which is interesting. And yeah, in the movie, Luigi kind of has a crush on her. So did the games actually borrow this from this movie?
On the other hand, it could just be an amazing coincidence.
Yeah, it might have been a coincidence.
Everybody's got tap water. $3.
Who called me cheap? I'll pay $300.
We're also introduced to two characters named Iggy and Spike, who are basically Harry and Marv from Home Alone ripoffs. Yeah, ever since the movie Home Alone came out, we have a lot of movies that are trying to be Home Alone. So we have Iggy and Spike, who are basically like the Harry and Marv of the movie. They're supposed to be Koopa's cousins, but Koopa never mentioned he had cousins in the video games. And there is a character named Iggy in the games, who's one of the Koopalings, but this character's named Iggy, and he's a Koopa cousin? What? And Spike, well, the only character that was named Spike was those turtle frog creatures that throw spike balls, but that's really it. There's Foreman Spike from Wrecking Crew, but they were never related to Bowser. But anyways, so Luigi asked Daisy out for dinner, so we're introduced to Daniela. And Daniela, she was never in the games. I think she's supposed to be Paulina, but she has no connection to Paulina, and Mario doesn't even have a Princess Peach romance. It's Luigi who has the romance here, but here Mario actually has a girlfriend named Daniela who doesn't have any connections to Paulina from the Donkey Kong games. And also, I should point out, there's no Donkey Kong in this movie. Donkey Kong is not referenced or mentioned or anything.
Wow, there were dinosaurs in Brooklyn?
Relax, Luigi. There used to be Dodgers here, too.
And how about those Brooklyn Dodgers? Are they bums or what?
So anyway, they take Paulina back home. She does get kidnapped later in the movie, but later Daisy gets kidnapped from Iggy and Spike.
Come on this way! No!
Let's go this way!
No, it's this way. That's the echo.
How do you know?
I've been listening to pipes all my life. Come on.
Okay, come on.
And then they go down, they jump through the sand portal thing, the rock portal thing, but yeah, this CGI hasn't particularly aged well. And if you want to get an idea of how badly it didn't age well, just a reminder, this came out the same year as the first Jurassic Park movie. This is their Tyrannosaurus Rex. And this is their Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, these effects were awful then and awful now. So it's not like, oh, it's the 90s. They haven't perfected it yet. No, these effects weren't good even back then. So, anyways, they're introduced in Dino City. Dino Hatton, Yeah, so they go into the city, and this is supposed to be the Mushroom Kingdom, called Dino Hatton for some reason. It's never mentioned in Dino Hatton, but I looked it up. And no, like it's basically this creepy Blade Runner ripoff. Like this, and they're all humans that evolved from dinosaurs. There's no Toad people or Koopa Troopers or any characters from the video games. It's just these normal looking humans, but they're really aggressive, they're ugly, they have weird hairstyles, and they have crazy looking cars that even have skeletons on them. What this is, and the whole premise, the whole world was created from the meteorite, and yeah, I even heard the directors had an idea for a movie where dinosaurs evolved from people in a parallel universe, and they're like, let's work that in this movie. What? So that's what it literally is. They had an idea for a movie about dinosaurs evolved from people from the meteorite, and then they decide to, let's make it into a Super Mario Brothers movie for some reason. That's like someone having an idea for Squid Aliens, a secret society of squid aliens, but then turn it into a Sonic the Hedgehog movie because in Sonic Colors there were squid alien creatures. Yeah, because I seen a picture of Luigi playing Super Mario World, so they think, oh, well, there's dinosaurs in Super Mario World, let's just work it into here. No, you could have done that with anything. Like, you could have made a space adventure and then make that into a Mario game because of Mario Galaxy. You could have made a mummy movie in the desert and then make that into a Super Mario Brothers movie because there was a level where they go into the desert. Like, Mario Brothers isn't the main focus of dinosaurs. Like, everything is about different ideas and different worlds they travel. And I should also point out, here's something that a lot of other people haven't pointed out. There's no power-ups. Yeah, the Invincible Star, the mushroom that makes you big if you're small, the Fire Flower, the Tanuki Leaf, they're not in this movie. You're making a Super Mario Brothers movie, but not including the coin boxes and the power-ups. That's like making a Spider-Man movie, but not including his web shooters. Like, what's the point? So we're introduced to King Koopa, and he has a girlfriend named Lena, and we get to know him, and here, King Koopa is like a germ freak who wants to merge the dimensions with the meteorite piece that hangs around Daisy's neck. What? Like in the games, Bowser just wants to kidnap Princess Peach to like ruin the Mushroom Kingdom, not merge any dimensions. Also, I should point out, I've noticed the walls in the background where King Koopa is similar to the walls in other Super Mario games. I do like that little nod. But anyways, so the brothers are still running in the city, and they get mugged by an old lady, but then they're held by Big Bertha. Yeah, Big Bertha. In the games, she's like this giant fish that tries to eat Mario in Super Mario Bros. 3. But here, she's a big woman and has these jump boots thingies. Yeah, in the video games, Mario and Luigi just jump really high. There's no mechanized boots that make them jump. It's just them jumping really high on their own. She also steals the rock for some reason, and then they run into Toad, and this is Toad, like he's a guitar playing dude, and he doesn't even have the mushroom head thing with the dots on it. It's like a swirl on the back of his head. Like at first I thought it was a hat, a baseball hat, but no, it's part of his hairdo. Then the cops arrest Toad and Mario and Luigi, and then we got to know their names. Apparently their names are Mario Mario and Luigi Mario. I remember seeing an interview where they're like, there's no last names, just Mario and Luigi.
Now we have Mario and Luigi.
His brother.
They're the Mario brothers.
That's right.
So are their names Mario Mario and Luigi Mario?
No, it's just Mario and Luigi. There are no last names.
But why are they the Mario brothers?
Some questions just have no answers.
Yeah, that's what that guy said, but later in the video games, they said that Mario Mario and Luigi Mario, that is their names.
What's my last name? That's a very good question. That's right, it's Mario. My name is Mario Mario. Of course, my brother name is Luigi Mario. And of course, my mama's a Mamma Mia Mario. My Papa Pio Mario. Of course, my grandmama Mia Mario. And my grandpapa, etc., etc. Yeah, first name Mario, last name Mario. Yahoo!
So that's kind of funny they still included that, even though from this movie. But yeah, we discovered the king. Apparently, Daisy has a dad who's this pile of fungus that's all over the place, which is weird. And he's trying to wreak his revenge on the city. But yeah, in the games, like in Super Mario Bros. 3, the Koopa Lanes do turn the other kings from other worlds into like animals and stuff, but not like big fungus stuff. And also, this is the only connection we have from mushrooms from the video games. And also, we're finally introduced to the Goombas. The Goombas are nothing like the game. They wear clothes, they're giant, and they have goofy looking smiles instead of having grumpy face. Like, the Goombas are supposed to be brown mushroom little creatures that Mario jumps on and fades away. But here they're giant reptilian lizards that people get de-evolved into. Like, that's not the Goombas from the games. What the heck? So, also, if you want to know why there's slime on the ground in this one scene, it's because there was a deleted scene where a character gets turned into slime. But then King Koopa goes into the de-evolved machine and gets somewhat affected and doesn't really turn into a lizard. He gets like his eye changed, and you see other scenes where he morphs, but that's really it. He doesn't, like, they're gonna de-evolve him anyways in the movie, so this feels kind of pointless. Like, why didn't just he gets turned into a lizard creature then and have the whole movie be him as a lizard monster? Like, what's the point in him going into the chamber? Like, that way it can be at least somewhat faithful to the video games, even though it's not really. Like, he's still a human. So anyways, they steal a car. There is a really cool chase scene with the police, and then after they escape, they go into a tunnel, and then they get saved by the fungus thing. And then later, Cooper decides to turn Iggy and Spike into smarter so they won't screw it up. Which is weird, because why didn't he just do that to begin with? Like, they're dumb, but why even set them to go after the princess? Like, yeah, they're his relatives, but if they're idiots, then hire someone who's more professional at their job, or make them more professional. So he makes them smart, but then they're kind of still dumb, but they just act and sound smart and say smart things, but they're still a bit dumb looking. But anyways, we go into the desert. Yeah, the desert. In the video games, the desert has like pyramids, those pokey tall things, and quicksand and different places in the areas, and the sun that chases after you. And so what's the desert here?
Well, you said the tunnel.
I did not. I said parkway.
But you meant the tunnel. Hey, go on, pick a direction. Any direction you like. Hey, that looks good over there, huh? That's it. Let's die there.
Yeah, this is the desert? Like, it's so bland and boring. Like, where's the pyramids? Where's the pokey thing? Where's the sun creature? Anything. Like, this is nothing. Like, that's it? That's your attempt at the desert? And yeah, in the movie it's revealed that the desert is like this, is endless. Like,
a few miserable streets and an endless desert.
no, in the video, like, endless deserts? In the video game, there's like snow worlds, pipe worlds, lava worlds, sky worlds. Yeah, they're not present in the movie. Like, what is this? So, anyways, Cooper meets Daisy and tries to interrogate her, talk to her. But then we get to meet Yoshi, and this is Yoshi. He's just it is a good effect, but he's just a plain-looking dinosaur. In the games, he's green. He has shoes thingies, but here he's just this generic-looking dinosaur. It is a good effect. Like, I even heard the same people who worked on Jurassic Park also worked on this. But yeah, that's Yoshi. So then Iggy and Spike finds the Mario Brothers. They ride this driving machine, and then they decide, and then they arrest them. But then Mario and Luigi make a bargain to hand over the rock if they take them to Daisy. So they team up, which is really nice to see them teaming up. I kind of like that. And then they even try to steal a garbage truck, but then the people who own the garbage business there are sniffers. In the games, they're supposed to be like little shy guys that shoot little silver bullet things. Weird, but they're just here as black suit jumpsuit guys who don't even wear their iconic outfits in the game. They don't even have the thing that shoots the pellet thingies, which is weird. And then they go to the Boom Boom Bar. Yeah, in the video games, the Boom Boom are a creature, is like a turtle creature that shakes its arms and tries to attack the Mario Brothers. But here, it's the name of a bar, but yeah, that's literally it's just a reference. Most of these things are references. Like there's a name of a swamp, which is a company that makes the jumping boot things, and then there's Hammer Brothers, which is the name of a business, and not the Hammer Brothers that are turtles that throw the hammers. But yeah, that's all it is, references. Like, don't get me wrong, I love movies when they do references, like in the Lego Batman movie, or in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But here, it's literally just that. It's literally a made-up movie that has no connection to the video games, and just has the things from the video games as references. Even Shigeru Miyamoto mentioned that it feels like a movie that just happens to be about Mario rather than be a Mario movie. Yeah, it's weird. So they get to the Boom Boom Bar, but then they run into Big Bertha, and then Mario has a dance with her, and even do a little crazy one-sided romance thing. So yeah, Big Bertha, that fish that tries to eat Mario, gets a little romance. So, did you ever see that creature in Super Mario 3 and thought, yeah, we really want to see a romance between them? Like, why? No Princess Peach romance and just this Danielle and Big Bertha, the fish but here she's not a fish? What the heck? Yeah, would you ever guess that? So anyways, so Lena and the Goombas find Mario and Luigi at the bar, and then Big Bertha helps them. Why exactly? Like, didn't she? No, okay, well, anyways, they use the stompers to get out, and they make the Mario sound from the games. And yeah, there are some little sounds that you hear from the games in the movie. But that's it, just little sounds that never is the main focus, or just little sounds here. So anyways, the Mario Brothers escape, jump out of the building, and run into cops and Goombas. And also, are the cops supposed to be the Koopa Troopers? Because there's no Koopa Troopers in these movies. Like, he's the king of the Koopas, but are the cops supposed to be the Koopa Troopers? Because they just call them cops, but they're never referred to as Koopa Troopers. I mean, might as well. They call these creatures Goombas. Some people think the one with the snake-looking heads are the Koopa Troopers, but if they're still Goombas, then why? Like, that makes them even more nothing like the source material. Would you ever look at this creature and even guess more that this was a Goomba? No. So anyways, they escape out of the garbage truck, and then they go into the tower, and then they found some outfits, and they put on their iconic Mario outfits, and we're finally get to the Mario outfits. The only time they're in the movie is there, And we're already at the third act. Like, this was 60 minutes. Like, 60 minutes of waiting, and here they are finally in their iconic outfits. And we're already at the third act. We're already at the third act of the movie, and we finally get their outfits. And they barely look like the outfits. They're coveralls, not overalls. And they don't have their initials on their hats. Like, imagine watching Spider-Man, but then he only wears his Spider-Man outfit at the third act of the movie, but it's not even his iconic Spider-Man outfit from the comics. It's like that prototype wrestling outfit he wore. Like, that's the only time he wore the outfit in the third act of the movie. Oh. Well, anyway, so King Koopa sends Iggy and Spike to die, but they come back later. But then Lena tries to kill Daisy, and then Yoshi saves her by using his Yoshi-tan. And I hope you enjoy that, because that's the only time we get to see the Yoshi-tan in this movie. But why does he have the Yoshi-tan? Like, aren't they supposed to be like dinosaurs, like realistic dinosaurs? Like, if this was like the game, I could have believed it, because they're supposed to be like their own made-up version of a dinosaur. But here, they're supposed to be like our dinosaurs. So do they evolve to have Yoshi tails? Yoshi-tans, I mean? I don't really believe in evolution, but there's something I do want to bring up. Like, if they evolve from dinosaurs, shouldn't they look more like humanoid dinosaur people than human people? Like again, I don't really believe in evolution, sorry, but at least when people believe that humans were apes, they look like we have some similar features. But here, shouldn't they look like dinosaur people? Like, it's weird. So anyways, the Goombas are in the elevator where Mario and Luigi are, and they trying to find ways to escape, but then they distract them by make them dance by listening to some nice music. That's actually a funny scene, because I will admit, this is a funny scene, like seeing them dance and then going up together and dancing together, and then you see this other Goomba being like, what the heck is going on? They're dancing? And then they turn back and like, oh, we weren't doing anything. I will admit that is kind of funny.
How did you know they do that?
Because everybody loves to dance. That's why.
I hate to dance!
But anyways, the Daisy escapes from the cell, and then he runs into Iggy and Spike, and then the Goombas try to burn Daisy, I guess, but then accidentally burn Goomba Toad. But yeah, Toad, the mushroom guy who helps out with the Mario Brothers, he gets turned into a Goomba for the whole entire movie. Yeah, Toad, the helpful little mushroom guy, gets turned into a Goomba for the entire movie. But then Daisy saves Toad, which I think is a really nice thing that she did, and that kind of connects to the friendship they do have in the games, but mainly Princess Peach, but I think Daisy too in the games. But anyways, Iggy and Spike showed Daisy her dad, but they said they with her father always, which is weird, because why were they with Koopa then? And then told him he got turned into fungus, and then Iggy and Spike leave, and I hope you enjoyed that, because that's the last time we actually see Iggy and Spike before a end credits scene. So anyways, Luigi tries to jump off, but then looks like he can fly, and then Mario, he's too scared to jump, which is weird, because in the games he's known for jumping, that's his character. In the advertisement and everything, he's known for being the Jumpman. Even in the first Donkey Kong game, he was known as Jumpman. He's not even gonna jump, that's what he's known for. Why? So anyways, he jumps off, but then the fungus saves him, and he jumps off this fungus trampoline looking thing. And is it just me, or does this kind of look like those trampoline level stages in the new Super Mario DS game, in that mini-game level section where you get to play this jumping thing? It kind of reminds me of that for some reason. But anyways, Luigi grabs Mario, and the reason why he was floating was because of a hook. But anyways, Daisy uses a computer to find Mario and Luigi, and then they go into a vent, and then they find the mushroom, a little mushroom. And yeah, this might be the only thing we have for the mushroom from the Mario games. Are you surprised? And then Mario and Luigi finds Daisy, but then Daisy tells Mario about Daniela, and then he goes to rescue Daniela in the Goomba barrack thing, and then he finds her. But then Daniela tells this lady that Mario is here to rescue them, but for some reason she yells and says, "Hey, Mario, get us out of here!" Like, why is she yelling? Daniela literally told her to be quiet. Like, why is she yelling? Like, what kind of, what? Like, what's wrong with this lady? So anyways, they defeated the Goombas, get the mattress, but then goes down this icy pipe, which is basically the equivalent. I'm guessing this is supposed to be their take on the pipes from the Mario games, but no, I think they're just going down an icy air vent. What the heck? But anyways, it is kind of fun that they go down this air vent and the music playing, and it is a fun scene. I will give it that. But then they escape. They run into Luigi and Daisy. Then they try to leave, but then Kooper points to his fire gun, and yeah, he has a fire gun, not breathing fire like in the games, no, like, has a gun that shoots fire, what the heck. But then he points out the gun, and you see the Bullet Bill makes a cameo, or Bonsai Bill, like in the games, the Bullet Bills shoot out and try to blast them, and then the Bonsai Bills are supposed to be huge, but here it's so tiny, and it's just there to power their boots, like that's their only take on the Bullet Bills, like just to power boots, But anyways, he hits King Koopa with it, and then King Koopa and Mario face off. Then Lena grabs the rock, and then, get this, out of all the things that can be faithful to the source material, it's the Bob-Bombs. Yeah, of all the things in this movie that's faithful to the games, it's the Bob-Bombs. Like, why the Bob-Bombs? Like, no, actually, I am glad that something in this movie is faithful to the source material, but why I'm really happy, the Bob-Bombs don't match the world they created in this movie. So anyways, Mario warms up the Bob-Bombs, and then it drops down, but then it comes back later. But then you see Bowser and Mario face off, but there are some parallels to the games here. Like, there's a scene where King Koopa is facing Mario in this big round thing. I don't know what the name is, but it's kind of looks, but people point out it kind of looks like, it kind of reminds of the clown balloon he rides, but it's not really. And then Bowser is faced with Mario on a bridge, and that kind of looks like how the first NES game is them together when he runs and gets the axe and goes down, but yeah, that's just what it is, parallels. There's no lava pool under it, it's just little parallels, but anyways, so there is a scene where they both get merged together to the other world, but then King Koopa shoots a laser at Mario, but it ends the de-evolved laser, and yes, I should point it out that it's supposed to be the Super Soaker from the Nintendo games painted a different color to look like a laser. Like, that's all the things they get from the game, they reference from the games. Oh my gosh, but anyways, they laser Scapelli, a character that was introduced in the game, and then he gets turned into a monkey, and King Koopa randomly says, "Monkey!"
Monkey!
Like, what made him say that? And then everyone laughs for some reason. Like, shouldn't they be scared? You see a guy that has a laser that can turn people into monkeys. Why aren't you freaked out over it? There's giant lizard creatures. And you just laughed? But anyways, he tries to use the laser, and Mario keeps saying, "Trust the fungus." And then the mushroom thing protects him from the laser, and then they go back to the other dimension, and then but when they go back, you can kind of see Mario turning big and then turning back to small. Like, maybe that's their way of turning back, but but it kind of reminds me of how in the games he gets the mushroom then turns small again. Like, was that did they do that or did they not do that?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, so King Koopa tells the Goombas to shoot at him, but then they dance, which is kind of funny. Like, Music Toad plays the harmonica, and that is kind of nice. They put a harmonica to know which is Goomba Toad. But anyways, Goomba Toad plays the harmonica and makes the Goombas dance, and it's the same theme from the elevator. And then Koopa's like, "Stupid!" I will admit this was a funny scene, but why did King Koopa make the Goombas dumb? Like, shouldn't they be smart enough to still be capable in warfare? Like, how is he gonna take over the world if he made them dumb? Well, anyway, so Luigi comes in, they use the de-evolver to de-evolve King Koopa, and then King Koopa gets turned into a Tyrannosaurus, and I hope you enjoy that, because that's literally the only time King Koopa's a giant lizard in the rest of the movie. I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, it's kind of like in that G.I. Joe movie where the characters Destro and Cobra Commander are turned into their cartoon counterparts at the very end of that G.I. Joe movie, and a lot of fans were upset that he was the only time that they were Cobra Commander and Destro. Why? But yeah, at the end, he gets turned into the Tyrannosaurus, then he turns into slime, he's defeated, they all have a happy ending. Daisy wants to stay behind because she has to know where she belongs, and Luigi kisses Daisy, but then, yeah, Luigi is the one that gets the girl at the end, but, like, shouldn't it have been Mario? Like, because in the games it was like the Princess Peach, but there's no Princess Peach room. Okay, so anyways, they go back to their homes 3 weeks later. Then Princess Daisy comes back and it's like, Luigi, Mario! But yeah, it tries to build up a sequel, and I heard they were gonna make a sequel, but then it's like, nope, that's it. The movie cost $40 million to make, but it only grossed $20 million. So this movie bombed really hard. It bombed so hard that the directors didn't came back. I heard the directors wanted to do an adult film, like make a sci-fi movie for adults, and even the director's agents told them to get off the set. And Mario, the actor Bob Hoskins, who played Mario in the movie, admitted that in a 2008 interview that the movie was a bleep nightmare. The entire experience was a bleep nightmare. He said he almost got killed. He got drowned, electrocuted, and John Leguizamo even mentioned they both get drunk during takes because they always keep changing the scripts. And the names of this was like Rocky Morton, or let me look up. Okay, so the director's name was Annabelle Jankel and Rocky Morton. And they haven't done anything. Like, I looked them up on IMDb, and the only thing Annabelle Jenkins after did this was directed a video documentary in 2005. Yeah, from 1993. 12 years. Yeah, she hasn't directed anything. 12 years after this movie, she directed a video documentary of bands, the best and worst of Elvis, some guy, and then something in 2007. Then in 2009, she directed a TV movie called Spackley the Owl Man, and then in 2015, later, she directed a music documentary, then an independent movie called Tell It to the Bees. Yes. And yeah, and as for Rocky Morton, he barely directed anything. Like, there's this, like in 1996, he directed a music video, then a short called The M World, then another music documentary, then that Elvis, not Elvis Presley, but Elvis Costello. I forgive me for butchering that name. But yeah, that's the only thing they directed. They never did anything in Hollywood. The only thing they directed before was a split movie called DOA, which is like a murder mystery movie. But that's really, you look at those directors and you think, yeah, let's let them direct a Super Mario Brothers movie. That, like, say what you want about the guys who are going to direct a new movie from working on Teen Titans Go. At least that Teen Titans Go cartoony sense of humor, energy, and all the goofy humor and satire you saw in Teen Titans Go to movie actually matches with Super Mario Brothers. Like, but with that said, they also worked on Max Headroom, and I also that CGI talk show. But I actually heard they hired them because they did such a good job with Max Headroom. Like, how is doing a sci-fi talk show about a CGI talk show host matches with Super Mario Brothers? I also heard they wanted to make an adult movie. Like, there's even some scenes where they tried to add swear words in it. Like, you should have hired some directors who know what they want in a Mario movie. But yeah, and they haven't, and this really bothered Nintendo. They haven't, nothing. Have you noticed anything else Mario related haven't came out outside of the video games? Like, there was an Archie comics. Archie wanted to pitch a comic, but that never got made. There was that Donkey Kong series, but that Donkey Kong Country series, but that's really it. And that was made by the French on Teletoon. But that's really it. They literally said no, like, we haven't seen anything outside of video games. No TV shows, no movies, no comics, no anything. It really bothered them. They had to wait 30 years. Like, we're finally getting a new one in 2023. That's 30 years. 30 years of waiting. Well, with that said, that's my review on the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's nothing like the games, but I do enjoy it as its own movie, like a time capsule. Like, yep, remember when this movie exists? What did you thought? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it ironically? Did you hate it because it's not like the video games? What are your thoughts? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.